Welcome back to Matterley Basin for the final race on what's been a marathon weekend here, the Festival of Motocross at Matterley Basin in Great Britain. It's round 13 of the FI EMX 1 MX2 Motocross World Championship. But more importantly, for the race that's coming up next, in terms of the European guys, Mel Pocock and everybody else, round 5 of the 2012 UEM European Motocross 250 Championship. Before we arrived here, Mel Pocock, riding 119 on the Monster Energy Yamaha, had scored double motos at the first 3 rounds in France, Latvia and in Russia. He was second and first in the Czech Republic, and he had a 39-point advantage over Stefan Olsen of Denmark. Mike Krass was then 32 points further back in third, with Jeremy Seewer, Tim Geiser and Maxime Dupre, the big hitters in this championship chase. After the first race yesterday, which was won by Maxime Dupre, he led every single lap from Stefan Olsen, who had a bit of an up-and-down time dealing with Damon Growlers. Growlers eventually coming home in third. Patrick was fourth, Jeremy Seewer was fifth, then it was Brent Van Donnick, Adrian Scoffier, Jordan Lecomte, the French guy, Arnold Aubin, and Mel Pocock came from way, way down after a bad start and a crash on the opening lap to pull himself back into 10th. That was good enough for 11 points. And obviously, the championship now, as we go into this second race, Pocock's lead from 39 points down to 28, still over Stefan Olsen. Jeremy Seewer moved up into third position, and Maxime Dupre moved up to fourth. It was Mike Krass who was the loser there, dropping down into fifth position. He's now 4 points down on Maxime Dupre, who in turn is 11 down on Jeremy Seewer. But Mel Pocock going to be looking to try and at least get himself on the podium here at his home race. But it's not going to be easy. He's going to need to get a good start, stay out of trouble, and rely on the results going against everybody else for that to happen. But Maxime Dupre, though, on the NGS Junior Kawasaki, proving more than capable. And he's shown his good speed in the first round, in the French round. That's Saint-Jean-d'Angely, particularly in the first moto. And he's going to be trying to do what he did yesterday and come out here a winner in race number 2. My name's Paul Manning. You still join us live here on Motors TV from the circuit 2 or 3 miles to the east of Winchester in Hampshire, a stone's throw from the south coast, just off the M3, junction 9. And Dave Nicol, our race director, is in position, waiting to hoist that green flag high, walk across to the Monster Energy girls for the 15-second board. And we'll get this race under start. There's the 151, Maxime Dupre, the 55 of Mike Krass. 2 of the guys that are going to be going for the honours here in this second UEM 250 race. The 15-second board gets hoisted up. Turns to 5. There's Mel Pocock. He's right at the inside, 119. It's reaction times now. Doesn't get a good one, but he's got time on his side. Dupre comes across. He gets a slightly better jump. Somebody gets stood up mid-turn. 3 or 4 guys getting run outside the track there, but look at that. How short do you want to take a shortcut, dude? Thinks no one will notice, look. Well, look at that. Right, we've got guys going down there. I'm sure our eagle-eyed marshals will be out there somewhere looking at how much time was taken there from that one rider, but Mel Pocock certainly seems to be decently placed in 4th position behind Maxime Dupre. As they head up, Maxime Dupre now going second and looking to go first. That looks like Brian Boger's 89. So Boger's down at the bottom of the hill. There's Dupre, but it's Arnold Aubin who takes the lead. Dupre, though, going to run alongside him, and he jumps into the lead. So Arnold Aubin with the whole shot. Mel Pocock now in third. Mike Crass in fourth. I think Marcus Soper got a good start there. He's in around about 6th or 7th position on the red Honda. Oh, we've got two guys going down. Oh, Soper's gone down. So the 222, Jordan Lecomte, the NGS junior team rider, teammate to Maxime Dupre, our winner from the first race. Lecomte was 8th in the race yesterday. Oh, look at that. Oh. Wrong place to crash there. I was on the triple step down coming out of that corner. Couldn't quite see who the other rider was. But everything cleared now. You can see there in the opposite direction. So back with our leaders, Maxime Dupre, 151, running away with it at the front of the field. It's going to be very tough for Mel Pocock to even close him in from there, because Dupre showed yesterday how quick he was around this circuit. Arnold Oban and in second position, the 951. Mel Pocock, 119, wants on his Yamaha there with a red number plate. He's in third place. Then we've got Mike Crass on the yellow Suzuki in fourth. Benoit Paturel, the Bud Racing Rockstar rider, in fifth place. Jeremy Seward, Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe, down in sixth. Stefan Olsen on the JTEC Yamaha in seventh. Alex Bantic, his teammate, in eighth. Ninth is Adam Sterry on the PAR Honda. So a good start for him. He needed that. And Pocock goes down the inside of Oban. And up into second. So he's got Maxime Dupre right where he wants him. He's going to try to close him down. Sterry picking up a point in the first race yesterday. But Mel Pocock, this is where that crash was just a moment ago. Pocock now on the charge. We'll get an idea, we'll get a gauge of lap times a bit further down. Adam Sterry 9th, Brent Van Donnick is 10th. Seward looking to go around the outside there, make up some positions on Paturel and Crass, and no, he doesn't. And Seward goes down. Looked like he just caught the rear wheel. Benoit Paturel there, 142. But Maxime Dupre turning on the style, looking to take a double moto victory here. That'll be a first for him, for the NGS junior rider. Kjær Olsen, Thomas Olsen, the younger brother to Stefan Olsen, he's in 11th place. We've got Damon Growlers, the standing construct Suzuki rider, down in 12th. Adrian Escoffier is 13th. Dave Verschleich is 14th on the Kawasaki. Eric Hugiec is 15th. Then we've got Donny Bastemeyer. And Brent Van Donnick's down there. And Jeremy Seward again involved. Number 91. So the Swiss and the Belgian. Brent Van Donnick on the KTM, getting themselves into all sorts of problems. Over the line, though, for the first official time. There's Mike Crass, 55. Trying to find a way past 951. Arnold Oban. 3.8 seconds separate Maxime Dupre and Mel Pocock. But Dupre almost a second quicker, 8/10, in fact, quicker than Mel Pocock. There's Benoit Paturel, 142. That's who we saw Jeremy Seward just catch the rear end of as they entered the Invest Trade Bank wave section. And then Seward going down a moment ago as well with Brent Van Donnick, the 172. Alex Batic, he's in the thick of it, 8:37 on the JTEC Yamaha. But there's Pocock on the right-hand side, he's second. Third is Oban. Fourth is Crass at the moment, but not for long, because up the inside, is that Batic? I think it is. 8:37. And then you've got his teammate in there as well, Stefan Olsen, looking to try and find a way through. And that's him here on the outside. Benoit Paturel on the black knight. So Oban here in third place. Crass fourth, Batic fifth. Changing all the time here in this hotly contested UEM European 250 Championship race. Oh, just losing a leg there. was Alessandro Batic. But Mike Krass going from one side of the track to the other on the Burst-Foon Suzuki here, number 55, as he tees up Arnold Oban for third place. Oban looking a little bit ragged, doing his best to hold off the Dutch number 55, Mike Krass. Mel Pocock just ahead of them. Second, third, fourth, that's them there. Then we've got, was Batic, yeah, Batic is still there. So 2 laps complete then. Yeah, and it's Dupre, Mel Pocock, Arnold Oban here, Mike Krass, the yellow Suzuki, behind him in fourth place. Alexandra Batic is fifth. Benoit Paturel is sixth. Stefan Olsen seventh. Damon Growler is on the standing contract Suzuki. He's in eighth. Adrien Escoffier, the 137, he's down in ninth place. And then we've got Thomas Olsen in 10th. Adam Sterry now in 11th. Donny Bastemeyer is in 12th place. Dave Verschleich is 13th. Erik Hoyget, Jesper Jonsson, Richard Fiura in 16th. Ludovic Brevers, Mika de Waal, Pontus Jonsson, and the number 88 of Julian van Stippen down in 20th position. That's Oban having a really good ride here in this second moto. Hanging on to that third place at the moment from Mike Krass. Bernardini, he's in, the Italia Miglia Junior rider. So he was already down in 37th position. Came here with a hand injury picked up at Chingley at the FIM Junior World Championship the week before, last year, when he was leading the 125 European Championship over Simone Zecchina, and lost that championship lead here. As Mike Krass goes to the outside, number 55. Jeremy Stewart down in 34th position. The battle for third, though. Oban using all of the racetrack and a little bit more. Krass, will he square him off again here? Gets the power down early on the Burst-Foon Suzuki, runs alongside him. Won't be able to cut and cross here unless he goes up the inside, but Oban reading it well. And Arnold Oban, 9.51. Survives another lap in third position. Mike Krass thought about going around the outside, maybe showing too much of a front wheel to Oban there, 9.51. This time changes his tactics. Does Krass from the Netherlands, number 55. Going to brake hard, try to go down the inside, but needs to be closer than that. The two lines almost come together. Batic, 8.37 on the JTEC Yamaha. He's right there where it matters. 1.42, Benoit Paturel just there as well in sixth position. Oban goes to the inside, goes defensive, and Krass gets through. So Mike Krass goes through in the third position on that Burst-Foon Suzuki, the yellow machine, number 55. 9.51, Arnold Oban just behind him on the Team KTM entry. Then we've got Alessandro Batic. Just there, 8.37, Benoit Paturel, and then the 1.36 of Stefan Olsen down in seventh position. Damon Growler, number 71, is in eighth. Adrien Escoffier, ninth, and Thomas Olsen is 10th. Adam Sterry still having a good ride in 11th place on the PAR Honda. Lars van Berkel not going to pick up any points in this race. But Oban now coming under attack from Alessandro Batic and 1.42 Benoit Paturel. Stefan Olsen in a great position there just off the back. 1.36, ready to pick up the pieces between these guys ahead of him. Three-way battle for fourth position, 5 if you include Olsen off the back. Arnold Oban about to be undone here by Batic. Times it right, gets on the gas and carves his way up the inside. So Alessandro Batic then goes into fourth place. Oh, look at that. Benoit Paturel getting railroaded by Stefan Olsen. Went up the inside. Paturel wasn't expecting it. And who's that closing in the background? Growlers. So Growlers is joining the party as well. So here then, the battle for fourth place. We've got Mike Crass in third, Batig now fourth, Oban hanging on there, 951 in fifth, as Stefan Olsson goes around the outside now, takes that fifth place away. Arnold Oban then just starting to drop back, feeling the pressure a little bit too much. Struggling to find his lines. Sun's getting quite low here this afternoon. Petrel goes through, or tries to. He's on the outside there on that black Bud Racing Rockstar Kawasaki 142. Petrel up the inside of his fellow countryman Arnold Oban, who takes a long look over his shoulder to square it back. Pulls it off a treat actually, but he's on the wrong side here. Can't close the door there unless he goes around the outside and makes Petrel work for it. And that's not going to happen. So Benoit Petrel, 142 then. Also finds a way past Arnold Oban. So we've got Dupre, Pocock, Crass, Alex Batig, Stefan Olsson in fifth. Benoit Petrel sixth now, I think. Arnold Oban is seventh. He's riding a little bit frustrated, is Oban. Oh, and that was Batig going down. Alex Batig did all the hard work, got himself in the fourth place. And everybody's gone by Arnold Oban. Oban just a big panic rev, a little bit frustrated, I think, at being undone so quickly by so many riders in quick succession. Mike Crass, Alex Batig, now Arnold Oban. Stefan Olsson, Benoit Petrel and Damon Graulis all going by the Frenchman. Graulis on the standing construct Suzuki. On the outside there, that yellow machine, number 71. Gets himself in a great position now in sixth place. Benoit Petrel just ahead of him, 142, and ahead of him, the 136 of Stefan Olsson, who's hanging on for fourth position at the moment. He's already 6 seconds down on Mike Crass. Mel Pocock still now in second, but almost 10 seconds down on Maxime Dupre. So Dupre looking at a double race win here and taking a handful of points out of Pocock in terms of the championship. Graulis though, and Olsson. Graulis finding a way past Petrel and up the inside of Stefan Olsson and charges into fourth position. So two guys in as many corners for the 71, Damon Graulis, who really is starting to find his form here this weekend in Matterley Basin. Third in race one, behind Stefan Olsson, and now charges up in the fourth position. Wonder if he can do anything about that 6 second gap to Mike Crass on the Burstfield Suzuki, who's currently in third position. Fastest man on the track though, Maxime Dupre, our race leader, at 2:08.0. Mel Pocock 2:10.0, and then Mike Crass was 2:09.7. So he's 6 seconds down on Mel Pocock for second. Stefan Olsson looking to fight back here. It was these two going for second position in most race number one yesterday. Olsson there, 136 in the black. He held it for 2 laps before handing it to Graulis for a couple of laps before taking it back for the remaining 11. Lars van Berkel manages to get his bike across the track into pit lane. So Graulis then, what's he learnt from yesterday after his battles with Stefan Olsson? Maybe he's learnt that the sooner I get by him and just get my head down and don't worry about him, the sooner I can think about closing down the next guy. Well, there's Maxime Dupre. Been quick all weekend. Got a good start yesterday, led every lap. Stylish French rider. Very quietly spoken as well. Nice kid. And at the moment, almost 11 seconds clear of Mel Pocock on the Monster Energy Yamaha. Crass 6 seconds behind Mel Pocock. 8 seconds further back is Damon Growlers. So Mike Crass doing a good job keeping that gap at bay, but having said that, Growlers was 208.9 last time compared to the 209.7 of Mike Crass, so he is turning the screw slowly. Here's Damon Growlers on the standing Construct Suzuki in 4th place. Maxime Dupre, though, riding faultless here, Matterley Basin. Round 5 of the UEM 250 European Championship. Don't think Mel Pocock will finish on the podium this weekend. It'll be Dupre, Growlers and Olsen. Pocock needs a few results to go his way, because he's 5 points off that podium in 4th at the moment. That'll be the first time for him. He'll be disappointed with that. That crash in the first moto proving to be quite expensive. However, when you look at the points chase, you see that he was 39 points originally coming in here over Stefan Olsen, now 28. Stefan Olsen behind him in this race, so might be able to just minimize that gap just a little bit. Biggest gainer, though, the biggest earner will be Maxime Dupre. He'll go from 4th in the championship, possibly to 3rd, because there's no sign of Jeremy Seawer at the moment. There's Mike Crass. He's in 3rd place on the Burstfoon Suzuki, turning good lap times as well. So too is Growlers. 7 seconds now, that gap between him and Damon Growlers. Takes a quick look over. You can see him coming in the opposite direction. Will Mike Crass there, number 55, currently 3rd in this moto. We've got Dupre, Pocock, Crass, they first 3. Damon Growlers 4th, Stefan Olsen 5th, Benoit Paturel 6th, Alessandro Battig now in 7th place after that mistake early on. 3 seconds down on Benoit Paturel. Then we've got Arnold Aubin still in 8th, Thomas Olsen is 9th, Adrien Escoffier, Donny Bastemeyer, Eric Hugietz, Adam Sterry now dropping down to 13th. Richard Fiora 14th, David Schleich, Jesper Jonsson, Ludovic Prevers, Mika Dewar, Robin Capel, and the number 88 of Julian Van Stippen. This kid here really impressed me this weekend. Damon Growlers. Talking to Tim Mathis on Friday, the owner of the team, and in our 52-minute program, he says that the team really started because of this guy. He was looking after him in the European Championship and then just decided to expand it upon the information. Well, you would have seen it earlier on in the broadcast in our MX2 or MX1 broadcast, where Joel Smets, former 5-time world champion, said, yeah, enter the World Championship as opposed to the European. So the main team of Nick Larson and Jens Getterman are the 2 MX2 riders, but Damon Growlers still a part of that team, and he's in 4th place at the moment. There's Paturel, but Rockstar Racing Kawasaki, number 142, still in 6th place behind this guy here, 136, Stefan Olsen on the JTEC Yamaha. Ooh, rear end just stepping out a little bit there. Paturel just a little bit cleaner. Battig similar to reaction there from Stefan Olsen. Damon Growlers looks like he might just be not throwing in the towel, but just losing the toe now to Mike Crass. 9 seconds that gap to 3rd position, but a little bit further back we've got Donny Bastemeyer, Eric Hugietz, Arnold Aubin, and Adam Sterry all in the mix. in this race. Adam Sterry, number 811. This will be him here off the back, I think. On that red Honda in the blue clothing. Just behind the 140. Yeah, so Adam Sterry there under the bridge now. 811. Trying to find a way past the 140. Eric Huguetz, who's in his own little battle with Adrien Escoffier. But with 3.5 minutes plus 2 laps to go, Maxime Dupre is easily in front of Mel Pocock with Mike Crash third. Robin Capel goes out of 19th place, the number 707. On the Silver Action KTM, but this is a battle between Eric Huguetz, number 140, and the Kawasaki of 137. Adrien Escoffier. Huguetz going through. There's Donny Bastemeyer, number 7. On the red Honda. He's still there. In fact, he's 10th place now. That'll refresh itself as we come over the line. We've got Dupre, Pocock, Mike Crash, your first 3. Damon Growless is 4th. Stefan Olsen is 5th as we look at Jordan Lecomte. Went out on the first lap. Benoit Paturel is 6th. Alessandro Batig is 7th. Thomas Olsen is 8th. Arnold Oban is 9th. Donny Bastemeyer is 10th. Eric Huguetz, we just saw him a moment ago. He's 11th. And the 137 there of Adrien Escoffier coming under pressure from the 811, the red Honda, the PAR machine of Adam Sterry. And Sterry having a good ride. Picked up a point in the first race. And who was that making a mistake? Heading up the hill. Was that, I think it was, Donny Bastemeyer. Just under 2 minutes, plus 2 laps remain in this second UEM EMX 250 race here at Matterley Basin. Round 5 of the 2012 European Championship campaign, which is currently led in terms of the championship by Mel Pocock. But it's Maxime Dupre, the MGS Junior Kawasaki rider, who was victorious in race 1 yesterday and currently leads by quite a healthy margin over Mel Pocock on the Monster Energy Yamaha. It's been that way since the first lap. Mike Crash is 3rd, Damon Growless is 4th, Stefan Olsen is 5th, Benoit Paturel is 6th. Then we've got Batig, Thomas Olsen and Arnold Oban, the 951, and that's him coming under pressure here. There's Donny Bastemeyer, number 7. So he's found a way past Arnold Oban. Then we've got Eric Huguetz, number 140. Finding a way to close the gap. Adam Sterry has found a way past Adrien Escoffier, so the leaderboard will change again this time around. These guys battling anywhere between 9th place and 13th position. There's Sterry. And Dave Verschleiss or Richard Fiora looking to join the party as well. So Dupre, Pocock, Mike Crash, they're over the line. Growless is 4th, Olsen is 5th, Benoit Paturel, Alessandro Batig is 6th, 7th is Thomas Olsen. Batig is 7th, Thomas Olsen is 8th. Donny Bastemeyer, the number 7, is in 9th place. Then we've got 10 in the on the blue Yamaha in the orange and red clothing, Eric Huguetz. Then we've got 951, Arnold Oban. That's him at the front there with the white sleeves. Adam Sterry trying to go around the outside, and he does, and then Arnold Oban goes down. So Sterry then up into 11th position, and Arnold Oban just lost the front end. And throws it away, that 11th position, although Sterry had already gone through with 3 laps to go. And then Escoffier and Adrien and then Richard Fiora were fighting around the outside. But I was so intent on watching what was happening there that didn't quite see who came out on top there between Escoffier, the 137, and Richard Fiora in 13th and 14th place. Benoit Paturel, though, still in 6th place. Just over a second between him and Stefan Olsen. On the JTEC Racing Yamaha, that's him here in the black. The 3rd overall this weekend, because it's going to be the Frenchman, Maxime Dupre, 2 wins out of 2, 50 points for him. Damon Growless will be 2nd overall. He's currently 4th in this race, so a 3rd and a 4th for him. Stefan Olsen, it'll be a second and a fifth. That'll give him the third. Mel Pocock will be fourth, so no change there. As we enter 2 laps to go. There's Stefan Olsen. Back marker just moves out of the way. That was Damon Growlers just disappearing out of the corner there. At the end of the straight here. So Stefan Olsen will have Growlers in his sights. It's about 2 seconds, that gap. There it is. Growlers just going through there, number 71. And Paturel, in fact, it's a nice, tidy little group of riders here. Growlers, Olsen, Paturel, Battig just losing ground now, 9 seconds behind them. A race leader, though. Virtual overall winner, Maxime Dupre. About a lap and a half to go. The NGS Junior Kawasaki rider. Stylish on a bike. Very tidy. Here's Mel Pocock. Monster Energy Yamaha, he's second. Couldn't match the speed of Maxime Dupre in the first race a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, in the Czech Republic. But Pocock was able to bring it home in the second moto there. And Dupre, again, just proving too strong for everybody here at Matterley Basin. There's Growlers. He's fourth, but he's going to be second overall in this round, with a third and a fourth from the 2 races on the standing construct Suzuki. But Dupre already on the last lap on the NGS Junior Kawasaki. Long right-hand turn, deep rut in there as well. Very easy to get out of there, as we saw from on Oban just a moment ago. But the pace not really dropping too much over the course of these 30 minutes. +25 2 laps. The European races. And Maxime Dupre has led every single one of them twice here at Matterley Basin. Already starting to celebrate. Bit of a fist pump there for some of the crowd out on this banking behind us. He's 16 seconds clear over Mel Pocock. First race duration yesterday was 13 laps, so slightly more than a second a lap quicker. It's going to be 13 laps again in this second race. Celebrating again with the crowd. Kras is still there in third place, only 4 seconds down on Mel Pocock. So Pocock has backed off, knows he's not going to make the podium. Damon Growlers is, though, he's in 4th position. That'll be good enough for 2nd overall. Stefan Olsen, he's 5th. Benoit Paturel 6th. Battig 7th. Thomas Olsen is 8th. Tony Bastamai 9th. Eric Hugiec is 10th. Adam Sterry, great ride from him on the PAR Honda. Richard Fiora just behind him in 12th place, literally just behind him. So Fiora did go through on Jesper Jonsson. And in fact, it was Adrien Escoffier who lost out. But coming out of the final turn, then takes the checkered flag nice and gently. It's a win for Maxime Dupre. He wins both races here at the British round of the European Championship. Here's Mel Pocock on the Monster Energy Yamaha, comes over the line in 2nd. He'll be disappointed not to have won a race, not to be on the podium here at home. But Dupre waits patiently there to congratulate him. And there's Mike Kras. Kras home in 3rd position then. Then we've got Growlers. Growlers, well, he'll be pleased with that. He'll know he's on the podium. Everybody else through. Dupre, Pocock, Kras, Growlers, Olsen, Paturel, Batig. No change there. Olsen, Bastemeyer and Huget. Top 10. Adam Sterry, we're just waiting for him and Huget to come through. And they do in 10th and 11th. So good day for Adam Sterry.
Congratulations, you just won the British round of the EMX 250 Championship. How was it out there?
Yes, I take a very good start, and I'm very happy. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable.
Well done. We'll see you on the podium in just a second.
So yeah, Dupre, Pocock, Kras, provisional of course. Growlers, 4th. That'll be good enough for 3rd overall. Then in 5th position, Stefan Olsen. 6th was Benoit Paturel. 7th, Alexandra Batig. 8th, Thomas Olsen. 9th place for Donny Bastemeyer. And 10th for Eric Hugietz. '11th for Adam Sterry. 12th for Jesper Jonsson. Then we've got Richard Fiora. Just behind them guys. And then Adrien Escoffier. As the crowd get ready to disembark this venue or make their way up to the podium. It's been a hot weekend, a glorious weekend, a fabulous weekend as well here at Matterley Basin for this 4-day festival of motocross, the first of its kind anywhere in the world, that brings the pro riders from MX1, MX2, MX3 women's with the amateur riders from 65, 85 and 125, 250 Europeans. Official confirmation then. Maxime Dupre wins it from Mel Pocock, Mike Kras 3rd, Damon Growlers 4th, Stefan Olsen, Benoit Paturel, Alex Batig and Thomas Olsen down there in 8th, the younger brother. So both the Olsens well inside the points this weekend in that second moto. Donny Bastemeyer was 9th and Eric Hugietz was 10th. Adam Sterry 11th, Jesper Jonsson, Richard Fiora, Adrien Escoffier, Misha Duval and Ludovic Brevers with Dave Verschleich. The number 88 of Julian Van Stippen. And then it was Dave de Bartoli and Jeremy Seewer eventually getting back to 20th position. So in a moment we'll give you the overall as well. Overall, this European round, this British round of the European Championship belongs to Maxime Dupre. 50 points for him. Growlers was 2nd overall. Great weekend, great riding from him. Stefan Olsen, the JTEC Yamaha 3rd. Championship leader Mel Pocock off the podium for the first time this weekend from Batig, Paturel, Thomas Olsen and Adrien Escoffier. Mike Kras was 9th, Donny Bastemeyer 10th. Jeremy Seewer in 11th. Adam Sterry down in 16th position. 2 point scoring rides, I was going to say. In terms of the championship, Mel Pocock arrived here 39 points clear, went down to 28. It now goes out to 34, but Dupre is closing in on Olsen. He's now 3rd in the championship. So it's been a great day for Maxime Dupre, because he was down in 6th place before we came here. He was 4th after the first race. He now goes into 3rd. So back to a more realistic position for the NGS Junior Kawasaki rider. Had a couple of results along the way where things have gone against him. So in the greater scheme of things, Mel Pocock has actually only lost 5 points to Stefan Olsson. In the manufacturer's chase, Yamaha still on top. 241 with Suzuki second, Kawasaki third. Not much in it between those two, KTM, Honda and TM. But yeah, just looking at Maxime Dupre, second in the first race in France, but 12th in the second moto. DNF the second race and the first race in Latvia and Russia. But back on track this weekend, but third overall, the JTEC Yamaha racer from Denmark, Stefan Olsson. And the standing construct Suzuki rider, first time on the podium, a third and a fourth. Second overall, Damon Growlers. Good riding for the Belgian. But Maxime Dupre, the NGS Junior Kawasaki rider, stands on the top step of the podium. And Bruno Licito, the winning team manager this weekend. Remember him? He used to have NGS Honda with the Watch for Live Marvin Muscan back in 2009. Gianluca Doloja, strategic planning of the UEM, hands a third place trophy to Stefan Olsson. Brian Higgins once again, second place trophy to Damon Growlers.
Man, we all owe a big debt of gratitude for Bruce Peverill, the landowner here at Matterley Estate, presents the winner's trophy to Maxime
Well, Bruce Peverill then, the main man himself, the landowner. Thank you, sir, for allowing us to build such a fine track at Matterley Basin here, and especially allowing us to be here for the last 4 days for this motocross festival. Maxime Dupre picking up that winner's trophy, Bruno Licito picking up the manufacturer's award as well for Kawasaki. Mel Pocock, though, wasn't on the podium this weekend, but he is now because he's still the red plate holder. He still leads the championship, but where is he? There he is. And there's Eddie Hurd on hand to award him with that red plate. Doesn't look too happy, though, does he, Mel Pocock? Knows he could have been better, should have been better, even if it was 2 second places to Maxime Dupre, who was really the quickest rider out there this weekend.
National anthem for our winning manufacturer,
Japanese
Kawasaki.
national anthem for Kawasaki, winning match, in fact, manufacturer here in European 250.
Champagne for our winners, Stefan Olsson, Damon Growlers, and our winner,
So there's your podium.
Dupre.
Round 5 of the UEM 250 European Motocross Championship. Maxime Dupre of the NGS Junior Kawasaki team from France. Damon Growler, standing construct Suzuki from Belgium. And Stefan Olsson of Denmark on the JTEC Yamaha in third.
Thank you.
Well, the gate dropped here for the second and final time, and it was Maxime Dupre who wasted no time getting his way to the front, but behind them the likes of Mel Pocock in second position, and then Mike Kratz got himself up into third in pretty quick succession. Eric Huguet's there though, the 140 riding in the red. Don't see too much of him on camera. He battled hard through the whole race and eventually came home in 10th. Adrien Escoffier, the 137, dropped down to 14th. But Donny Bastemay there Number 7 came home in 9th place. Arnold Oban, though, his luck finally ran out. He was up there running in second and third position for much of the race before losing out to a bunch of riders and then losing his front end in the process. And Oban, not even sure if he picked up any points in that second moto. But in the end, the checkered flag fell for the second time to Maxime Dupre. It was a mute celebration, but it was 50 points on the board. He's the overall winner here. Here he is with Amy.
Maxime, a double moto win. It looked like you had fun out there on that track.
Yes, I take 2 good starts and a very good race. I have a good feeling with my bike, and I'm really happy. It's amazing. I'm really happy to win here, and I want to thank everybody, my family, my team, CLS, Jean-Jacques, Bruno Lozito, Kawasaki, Monster Energy, and everybody, all sponsors. I'm really happy.
Congratulations.
Good day for Maxime Dupre. Moves himself up into 3rd place in the championship now. And who knows, had he not had those 2 DNFs in Latvia and Russia, back-to-back they were, race 2 and race 1 respectively. Could be a little bit closer to Mel Pocock in the championship, but closing down on Stefan Olsson, who finished 3rd overall this weekend. But I guess the surprise package here at Matterley Basin in this 5th round of the European 250 Championship, Damon Growlers, the standing construct Suzuki rider from Belgium. 3rd yesterday, 4th today, good enough for 2nd overall. Here he is.
Damon, well done on taking the 2nd overall. How was it out there today?
Yeah, I'm very happy. After all the bad luck that I have in the season, now 2 good races, and yeah, overall 2nd in the podium. So I'm really happy. I want to say thank you to the Standing Construct Suzuki Racing team and all my sponsors, because they kept believing in me. Asserbis, Tosse Vlaam, just everybody, my family, my parents, just everybody. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Damon Growlers, before this weekend, a 16th and a 9th in Latvia, the 12th and a DNF in the Czech Republic. But this kid finished 5th in the European 125 Championship last year, took a 2nd in Sweden, and he actually won a moto here in the 2nd race at Matterley Basin. So the kid's got form, and he just made a point of it. Had a bit of bad luck. He's had 1 or 2 injuries this year, but hey, he's on the podium this weekend. Here's Stefan Olsson. He was 3rd.
Stefan, congratulations on finishing on the podium. How has this GP experience been for you?
Oh, it's been really fun. I mean, all the classes have been riding here, but it was a really difficult day today. We had the practice in the morning, and then we had the complete last race, so it was really difficult out there. But I'm happy to be on the podium and 2nd in the point lead still, so that's good for me.
Congratulations.
Yeah, tough day for him, you get the impression, but anyway, Stefan Olsson, 2nd in yesterday's first race, and where was he? 5th in the 2nd moto today. An opportunity lost, possibly, with especially the way that Mel Pocock finished in the race yesterday. 10th for him, and it's only pulled it back to just 5 points, or by 5 points to Mel Pocock. But he's 3rd overall this weekend, and well, that's it for all the action here at Matterley Basin. My name's Paul Maynard. It's been a fantastic weekend. The crowd have enjoyed it, from everybody from 65 to MX1. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time when we go to round 14, MX1, MX2 in Lierop for the GP of the Netherlands. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.